Welcome to this month's safety training for the month of May. I just want to thank everyone for working safe. Everybody's been doing a great job, and I sure appreciate all the feedback that we've been getting from everybody on safety stuff. Fantastic job, guys, in all of our branches and here at Lee Summit. We're so proud of the job that everyone is doing. I apologize, this month we're doing our safety training via video due to some COVID concerns at our Lee Summit facility. We hope to return back to our in-person training very soon. So again, appreciate the feedback we had last month when we did live training for the branches. We did it over video. And guys, again, appreciate the crew that we have here. And so we're going to go ahead and focus on two topics this month as we get ready into our favorite time of year. Everybody loves the summertime. Memorial Day is just around the corner, which means we get to enjoy some of our favorite activities like barbecuing and boating and all the different things, working in our yard. Some people like have the green thumb and love to work on their gardens. But whatever your activity is, summer activity that you have planned in your vacations, let's make sure that we have a safe and a healthy summer. And with summertime also comes the heat. And we're getting to the time of year where we really need to pay attention to heat-related illnesses and heat stress. And so the first topic we're going to work on this month is heat stress and heat-related illnesses. And so we're going to watch a video on that.
Exposure to high temperatures or heat can cause serious illness and even death. Ensuring that your body is regularly hydrated and protected from sun during hot months is essential to maintain balance for performing well at work. Risk factors for heat illness include high temperature and humidity, direct sun exposure, no breeze or wind, low liquid intake, heavy physical labor, wearing non-breathable waterproof clothing. No controls are in place to reduce the impacts of equipment that radiates heat, and the worker's body not being acclimated to working in a hot environment. And the risk level increases with the heat index as well, so caution must be taken anytime the heat index is above 91 degrees Fahrenheit. Following are the two most serious illnesses that may result from exposure to heat in the workplace. First is heat stroke. This is a medical emergency that may result in death. Signs of heat stroke include confusion, loss of consciousness, and seizures. If a worker shows signs or symptoms of heat stroke, get medical help immediately and call 911. Heat exhaustion is the second most serious heat-related health problem. The signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion are headache, nausea, dizziness, weakness, irritability, confusion, thirst, heavy sweating, and a body temperature greater than 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit. There are precautions that can be taken when temperatures are high and the job involves physical work. First is hazard identification. Learn to recognize hazards such as high temperatures, humidity levels, sun, and other thermal exposures, work demands and clothing or PPE risk factors. Next is using heat identification tools to evaluate your environment on the job site, such as OSHA's Heat smartphone app or the National Weather Service Heat Index. The next precaution is to block out the sun's rays. Another is to cover up. Wear tightly woven clothing that blocks out light. Try this test. Place your hand between a single layer of your clothing and a light source. If you can see your hand through the fabric, the garment offers little protection. Use sunscreen. A sun protection factor of at least 30 or higher is recommended. You want to block both UVA and UVB rays with a broad spectrum sunscreen to guard against skin cancer. Be sure to follow application directions on the bottle. Wear UV absorbent safety glasses. They don't have to be expensive, but they should block 99 to 100% of UVA and UVB radiation. Wear a full brim hard hat to keep the sun off your neck, ears, nose, and scalp. Limit exposure. UV rays are most intense between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. If you're unsure about the sun's intensity, take the shadow test. If your shadow is shorter than you, the sun's rays are the day's strongest. Next is hydration. Hydration is crucial to limit heat stress. Water should be available and easily accessible. The exact amount of hydration intake depends on the individual. A good rule of thumb for an active construction worker is to drink 32 ounces of water an hour, which is about 1 cup every 15 minutes. Also, replace necessary electrolytes the body needs to stay hydrated, fueled, and focused. And avoid alcohol and caffeinated beverages. Both lead to dehydration. How do you know if you're dehydrated? Use a dehydration urine color chart that uses your urine color as an indication of your level of dehydration, and what actions you should take to help return your body back to a normal level of hydration. And finally, rest. Consider a modified work schedule, such as starting early morning and finishing early afternoon, to avoid the hottest times of the day. Take rest and water breaks when needed, and ensure that fully shaded or air-conditioned areas are available for periodic resting and cooling down. Workers not used to working in higher temperatures need an opportunity to acclimatize over a period of up to 14 days. This process gradually allows the body to build a tolerance to working in the heat. If a worker falls ill from heat stress, immediately get them to a shady or air-conditioned area. Provide cool water and apply ice to the back of the neck, and immediately contact a supervisor. Working safely, especially in high temperatures, means being prepared. Knowing how to limit heat stress may save your life.
And the other topic that we're going to cover this month is lawnmower safety. I know that doesn't necessarily apply to us here at our company. However, everything that we do at our home affects our lives and being able to come to work safely every day. One of our fellow employees here had recommended, he said, I know it doesn't directly impact us here at work, but I'd be interested to see that just be present in our mind about lawnmower safety. So I'm going to take up on his advice and share a little bit about lawnmower safety this month. That's our next video.
You can hear it almost every weekend. The background hum of lawnmowers, mowing grass that just keeps growing and growing.
Lawnmowers are really potentially very dangerous instruments. They can throw rocks and sticks out under the lawnmower. They can take out eyes. We see some tragic cases every year of eye injuries and other injuries from flying objects from lawnmowers.
The Insurance Information Institute says there are several things you need to keep in mind before you rev up the motor. Check the yard for rocks, sticks, or toys that could be thrown from the mower. Wear safety glasses and heavy shoes, not sandals and sneakers. Fill up before you mow, and if you need to refuel, let the motor cool off first. If the mower gets clogged, turn it off. Wait for the blades to stop and never use your hands.
People just don't realize how serious injuries can be from lawnmowers, and parents should certainly instruct their young people when they are mowing the lawn what the dangers are and how careful they really have to be.
Riding mowers are responsible for 30% of the injuries. Never let more than one person on the mower at a time. Some of the most serious injuries occur when a parent lets a child ride on a riding mower. Kids can slip and fall and get caught in the blades. And most importantly, keep children away from the mowing area and under adult supervision. Carolyn Gorman reporting.
Just a few reminders as we complete our training this month. Again, when it comes to heat, hazard identification, be aware of the weather that you're getting ready to come into. Pay attention as you're getting ready to work outside, or for our field service guys as you're going on the job, what kind of conditions you're going to be in. Block out the sun rays with your hat or however you can to cover yourself as much as possible. And hydration is super important. You know, don't depend on that day for your hydration. Like if anybody who's participated in as an athlete or working outside, hydration begins the day before. So make sure that you keep yourself fueled up, hydrated with water. Remember that things such as coffee and caffeine and alcohol are not good for hydrating. They will actually take the water content from your body to flush. So try to avoid those type of things as you know that you're going to be exposed out in the sun. Make sure you rest after working out in the hot weather. You know, for a lot of us, we work a full day, then go home and do our projects. So make sure that give yourself enough time to rest and get back. And as the weather first begins to break, you know, make sure to give yourself time to acclimate to the weather conditions as they're starting. You know, as times get hot, don't try to go out there and jump into your first project as soon as the heat hits, and not overdo it. Again, make sure you pay attention to the color of your urine. You know, the clearer the urine and the less yellow that it is, the better you are hydrated. You know, as you see the darkening color, just tells you that you need to add more fluids into your intake. And as far as lawnmower safety, I read an average that 37,000 Americans suffer an injury from mowers every single year. And that's a pretty high number. And of those 37,000, 9 of those are fatalities. 30% of those accidents, again, come on riding lawnmowers. So please be careful when you're working with any type of mower. You know, always wear your proper PPE. Be very mindful of changing altitudes and slopes, the terrains. Watch out for holes, ditches, any kind of debris such as rocks or, you know, again, like as it suggested in the video, clean up any type of things in the yards. And please do not let your children play out in the yard while you're mowing. So many incidents happening. We watched a video on a safety video here a couple of years ago about children who were harmed because their parents weren't aware a child got behind them as they were backing up and the different things like that. Don't bypass any safety mechanisms on your lawnmowers. If something breaks, please get it fixed. Don't try to override it. And when you're servicing your lawnmower, keep in mind, just as we do with pinch points, you know, don't put yourself in the bite. And anywhere in a lawnmower, if you're servicing a push lawnmower, something as simple as unplugging your spark plug could make all the difference, because even though when you're not pulling a pull string, a lawnmower, push mower can start when a mower is agitated if the safety mechanism is bypassed. So just taking those simple precautions, and you know, blade is sharp when you're working on it. Wear gloves and things when servicing the bottom of your mower. So that completes our training for the month of May. I just want to thank you guys again for taking the time. Please get this turned in to either Stephanie or I or your supervisor by the end of this month, and have a healthy and safe summer.